You look great, Chris. You always dress like a 9-year-old who just found $1,000 on the sidewalk.
Yeah, how does that work? How do you lose your ass in the war?
I sat on a landmine.
I saved everyone in my company. Get out of the way, boys. My ass is here.
Yeah. Blake, you look like a black guy that got made by a printer running out of ink. That's...
I like that you have to be Velcroed to your seat.
My hormones are like, have a baby. My bank account is like, don't you even think about it.
Nikki Glaser doesn't warm up before a roast. She just walks straight into the room throwing punches. And nobody's safe. Not even the movies nominated that night.
Wicked, queer, night bitch. These are not just words Ben Affleck yells after he orgasms. These are some of the incredible movies nominated tonight.
Her compliment for Kevin and The Rock turns savage fast.
You really gotta hand it to Kevin Hart, because he can't reach. Do you know that every morning Kevin wakes up at 4 a.m. to make a shitty movie? Now, I love your movies, or as I call them, short films. Sorry, Kevin, I don't mean to belittle you, but you be little, man. You're a tiny guy. Kevin is 5'2", 150 pounds, 155 after The Rock finishes, but...
Then Dom Herrera gets hit with a joke about his face he did not see coming.
Dom Herrera, I know, you sleepy potato. Dom, how did you have a stroke on both sides of your face? Explain that. I don't get it.
She also goes off on the whole Ozempic thing, and it's brutal.
What do you think about all the Ozempic and all that stuff?
Oh, I love it. I'm like, do it. Do it. I have no judgment. If you want to do Ozempic, hell yeah, girl. Like, I want people to feel more comfortable talking about doing it because I feel like there's like this shame. And the shame is only from thin people who want you to stay fat. They're so mad that you're getting thin now because that's all they have, right? But they can't say, they just go, no, you're stealing medicine from diabetics who need it. Like, that's their excuse. Like, anyone's ever cared about someone with diabetes who doesn't have it. It's suddenly all these thin white women are like, diabetics need their meds. It's like, no, I think you're upset that Kathy Bates has a thigh gap. Like, I think that's maybe, she's coming for you.
Then she drops a wild true story about kissing her dad on the lips.
I kissed my dad on the lips until I was 26. So it's a true story. I'm not even joking, you quoted. My dad is backstage, sorry. One day I was like, Dad, I can't do this anymore. And he's like, we kiss on the lips in this family. And I'm like, then why haven't you kissed Mom in a decade? So, like, why am I...
She hypes up Zendaya for a second, then goes right back to roasting.
Zendaya is here. Zendaya, you were incredible in Dune. Oh my God, I woke up for all of your scenes. You were so good. And Challengers, girl, oh my God, it was so good. That movie was more sexually charged than Diddy's credit card. I mean, seriously.
Stanley Tucci becomes the target of a random oil joke.
I know it. Stanley Tucci freak-off just doesn't have the same ring to it, but no baby oil this year, just lots of olive oil, okay?
She also jokes about being tired of being a woman.
Tired of being a woman? I have to be honest with you. It is so exhausting, Conan. I got a sense of what it's like to be a man when I played Kurt Cobain on this show called Historical Roast.
And you dressed up like Kurt Cobain, and you looked a lot like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I was a dude for the night. It was awesome. I got paid more. I didn't see that coming. I was man-spreading because I just felt like that was the way to do it. I can't do it in this dress now.
No, you
know what it's
no.
like. Women get mad at men when they do it because we're like, they're taking up space. It's like, isn't it enough for you? But it's really about their balls, and I understand that. However, we have stuff to air out too. I've got an accordion that needs to be like aired out. So why do we have to be all bunchy? I know it gets wet down there for you, but it gets wet for us down there too. And yours is because you don't wipe well enough. Mine is because I walked by a guy who was walking his dog and he said, good girl. And now I'm saturated the rest of the day.
She says she loves Kevin's movies, but then doesn't.
And Kevin Hart is here. Yes. The Rock's plus one half. Love you, Kevin. And you and The Rock together are like my favorite comedy duo. You're like Steve Martin and Martin Short, but for like people under 50 IQ. We need movies too. Jumanji Next Level. Was it? I'm just saying.
Then Caitlyn Jenner gets roasted hard.
Caitlyn Jenner, I just want to thank you for all you've done for the trans movement and the size 16 stiletto industry. People forget just how fast you once ran from your first family to go be on a reality show. Dennis Rodman. I first met Dennis just earlier tonight when he tried to sell me incense on the sidewalk.
Then Jeff Ross walks into a roast he clearly wasn't ready for.
What can you say about Jeff Ross that he hasn't heard before? It's like, I respect you. You look nice tonight. Here's your salad, sir. Stuff like that. You look like if Popeye only ate Popeyes. Checks out. Don't break the couch. Your face has a dad bod. Jeff gets really hot girls. How do you get teens? I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
Jewel, I do not want to badmouth you since God already did.
No.
I think your smile is cute. I feel like your teeth are like the Spice Girls. You know, they're all different colors and they're like doing their own thing.
You have the sex appeal of a gymnastics doctor. I just don't understand.
She roasts everyone's cheekbones next.
You all look so amazing tonight. You really brought it. And I love where you put your cheekbones. I don't judge. I'm doing it too now. I also recently started drinking more water. Meditating, doing lots of that. I love how meditating removes your eyelids. It's really convenient.
Then Chris Redd shows up for a reason nobody saw coming.
Chris Redd is here because Comedy Central wasn't sure if Blake was black or not.
Robert De Niro gets a joke that's darker than it sounds.
Looking like Alf. I can't even believe I get to share this stage with you tonight, Robert De Niro. And by this stage, I mean the final one of your life. I'm sorry. I don't feel right about any of this.
It's such an incredible honor to be here at the Golden Globes. The Golden Globes is the only show where you can see the biggest stars in movies and television joined together with the same goal: getting out of here tonight before Dax Shepard asks them to do his podcast.
Then being single comes with one very specific makeup confession.
Are you single by choice? I mean...
Yeah, it sucks. I have to wear makeup all the time because I'm single. I can't risk taking this out and about barefaced. I can't trust that someone's gonna see my inner beauty in line at CVS if I have no makeup on. They're not gonna sense that I'm a good friend or I'm funny or I do anal. They're not gonna know any of my best traits.
You could get a t-shirt that said specifically.
A pregnancy scare turns into a joke about Midwest billboards next.
I did have a pregnancy scare recently. First person I told was my mom, which I'll never do again because she got excited. Yeah, she was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a grandmother. And I was like, yeah, until Tuesday. I just got back from the Midwest where you can't talk about that stuff at all. They have anti-abortion billboards everywhere there. I was driving across Kansas thinking about abortion, but then 300 yards later, it was another one that said, consider adoption. I'm like, why would I want some stranger's baby if I'm gonna get rid of my own? I don't get that at all.
The only person you will ever make happy is the Mexican who digs your grave.
Her new dog joke goes darker than you'd expect.
What is the bright spot in your life? I understand you got a new dog, is that
I do. I have a dog. She, the new one, is such a bright spot. I can just, I hate to say this, I can tell she's been abused before just because I did it. And so I can just tell when you know, and she knows that I did it.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Then a supervillain joke somehow turns into 101 Dalmatians.
What's it like to be a real life supervillain? You know, I'd ask you how you sleep at night, but I'd assume just upside down in a robe of 101 Dalmatians. Coulter has written 11 books, 12 if you count Mein Kampf. Yes.
She compares herself to Nosferatu next to her pretty sister.
And I was a gross child. I had a really beautiful sister, and everywhere my mom took us, people would stop my mom and be like, this child needs to be a model about my sister. And I would literally creep from behind my mom's legs like Nosferatu, what should I be? And they were like, oh God.
And what about me?
What's my future hold?
Then TV nominees get compared to something out of a weird freezer.
The bear, the penguin, baby reindeer. These are not just things found in RFK's freezer. These are TV shows nominated tonight.
A spray tan joke takes a turn nobody saw coming.
I got a spray tan for you guys, yes. It is the #1 way to look way hotter than you are. You look amazing. You smell like a menstrual cup. Now that's kind of the downside. of the spray tan. You smell like you've been free bleeding into an old boot, but
You look like the little man on top of a wedding cake that a bakery would refuse to make for you.
Then Blake Griffin gets a compliment wrapped in a roast.
Jack is, it's also what I'm gonna do in my hotel room alone after sitting next to Blake Griffin all night.
Spray tan somehow turned into a joke about cultural appropriation next.
it is insane that white people can just paint their skin a different color and then be like, I'm white. You know, like, that's cultural appropriation. I mean, it's not blackface, but it is Guatemalan leg. Like, this isn't my leg tone. It's really easy. You just go to a salon, you ask for the airbrush, they send you into a back room, you get totally naked, and then a teenage girl comes in to learn about the future of her body. I mean...
She jokes about her cool parents, and it gets dark fast.
I have cool parents. Like, they're really fun, and by that I mean alcoholic. But I just, I shouldn't do that joke because my mom just quit talking to me, and so...
Then being scared to look orange turns into a Trump joke.
There's so many pasty white girls who are like terrified to get spray tans because you're scared. You're like, I'm gonna look orange. And I promise you, it's better than what you are, okay? Don't be scared. They're always like, I'm gonna look like Trump. I'm like, bitch, that's why he won.
She explains why she still lives at home, and it's more honest and funny.
The real reason I lived at home is because, you know, I don't have a husband.
To quarantine with, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be alone, and so I was just...
I think it's cool.
Thank you. Yeah. I felt embarrassed, though, because people kept asking, like, you know, usually you live at home with your parents if things aren't going well. People were just like, you're successful, you're 37, why are you living with your mom and dad? Like, so I got rid of that therapist, and I was just like, let's just not go into...
Then a dating question turns into a wild story about her dad.
You're very funny, and I'm curious if that intimidates men when you're dating them. Do you find that some men find it a little like, oh my God, she's so funny, I'm not sure that I can partner up with this woman?
I didn't think that was the case, but I recently read an article. My friend, another female comic, sent me an article called Why Men Don't Like Funny Women. And it was more devastating than most climate change reports to me because there's science that backs it up.